The following story was told by Saley, a writer and mental health advocate from Mental Health Connecticut's Write On program. This story is raw, personal, and may contain language not suitable for younger listeners.
The gratification of life after leaving the hospital fades in about 3 weeks. Within those weeks, everything that hurts seeps back in. There is no happy to be alive, even after waking up, after swallowing all those pills. There is only feeling the slow spiral sinking your feet into nothing, but also being stuck in it. This thick glaze of not okay. You are simply waiting for that longing of accomplishing all the things you dreamed of and almost never got to do. Your life is very much the same. This mundane existence at the bottom of the food chain, your brain is still numb by your own botched chemistry. Circumstances that you could easily let go of in a ward of green and white striped hospital robes and Ativan on call simply cannot be avoided in your own bed with the sheets still smelling of the same of the night you attempted. The struggling sense of something is wrong with me, battering itself against your skull so loud you can't even feel your pulse. You see success as something you were not brought into this life for. The roadblocks have become rooted deep into the ground like trees. That's a bad analogy. Because at least with trees, there's a chance of simply climbing up their many limbs and into a new perspective and to the other side. But no, these roadblocks are much more debilitating and require much more than basic problem-solving skills, especially in a brain where getting up to shower seems like the end of all things. There is little light coming in through the window even at noon, and this darkness is unavoidable. Many things keep you stuck. How can people understand that part of mental illness is self-destruction? And we are all a little too eager for our demise to fall over our own fingerprints, making our identity correlate with our downbringing. So tell me again that I'm capable of great things and all it takes is patience with proper treatment and medication, and all will be achievable with hard work. I will not denounce your credibility. But I also cannot grasp it either. Black and white thinking is not helpful, this I know, but sometimes the world is painted with absence of color. What looks to you like a beautiful sky is dull and out of focus for me. It is very hard to reprogram this monotonous thinking. You want all these good things. No, you're not a fool who just expect them to effortlessly fall into your lap. You want to work for them. Work towards the day you can say the demons are not fighting back, and not because they simply went away, but because you don't live in a world where they rule anymore. Your own voice is enough to keep them calm and minding their own goddamn business. Your well-being in the forefront for once. You want these good things. You crave them. Simple things at that. Going to the grocery store without having to convince yourself you are not going to have a panic attack. Just grab the rice and go home. But the reality is, you never even left the car. Being able to have normal relationships with people that are not inappropriately intense and not letting them become how you value yourself as an individual. Simply being able to be comfortable in predicaments you should be. You should be able to sit on your bed after waking without feeling like gravity is tied to your ankles and life is an umbilical cord wrapped around your neck, forsaking you of proper nutrition to succeed. Every person in the public eye who admits to mental illness or drug addiction always has an empowering speech, a resounding story to preach and inspire hope. I do not need your success story. I need your struggle analysis. Tell me what you did to cross the threshold into not letting your illness define you and you defining it. Show me how you got there. That's what is going to invoke hope. As of now, I am still trying to swim in water that is ankle deep instead of just lay in it. Easy to fix, you say. Just add more water, and you'll be able to swim. Simple. Well, there is no source of this water. I cannot simply turn on a faucet and increase my circumstances so that I can swim. Not only is there not a faucet, but I'm not a plumber, and I don't possess the knowledge, even if I had the tools in front of me, to build one. But all of these people are telling you to either just swim already or fix your environment so that it's suitable for swimming. Lose you there? What I'm trying to say is mental illness is just not that fucking simple. It requires a skill set that you have to work really hard to acquire. Easy. So just work on achieving that. Try doing that with a heart so heavy your pulse quivers instead of beats. Try to constantly tell yourself to keep going when everything in your mind is screaming, you will be nothing. You will be a reflection of your mother. You will be a degenerate among functional society until you take your last breath. Finding strength is one of the good things we want. The strength to constantly attack these untrue negative thoughts with a ruling persistence that we actually get somewhere instead of just longing for it. I want that. To simply be able to say someday that I am mentally ill and I have all of these tools to combat it. I am successful in my life. I am not a degenerate unable to learn change. I am a phoenix, constantly reborn from tribulations life has handed to me. I am shaping myself nimbly instead of tying them around my ankles. I no longer want to be heavy. So I guess this is my struggle analysis. And someday when I get there, I can tell you exactly how. If I ever get to a TED stage, I will not give you a success story. I will give you the grit that got me there, the actions I took that led me to where I needed to go. I will give you my struggle analysis, so you know that it's possible. Not just, hey, I was mentally ill, and my life was a shithole, and bam, now it's not. And you can do it too. No. I'll give you the bare truth. No smoke and mirrors, but simply the truth with all its rusted glory. Hopefully in that, you can find a middle part in all the chaos. Because we all know the starting point and have seen possible endpoints. So I'll give you my middle. My slowly going forward. One day, I hope.
This story was recorded in front of a live audience at CT Improv's Theater in Hartford, Connecticut. Want to hear more young adults find their voice and speak their truth? Go to mhconn.org/writeon. That's WRITEON.